So this actual ticket has been decided that I'm going to sing. So here we go. And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, go. Adam Cole and the babies. 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 That was great. Good party for life. Good party for life.
What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody is having a good start to the week and had a great weekend. This is THS Wrestling Presents That Wrestling Show. My name is John, and joining me is a man who can't decide if he doesn't know who Travis Kelce is or if he doesn't care about Taylor Swift, is my good friend Neeson. Neeson, hello.
I don't know about you guys, but I am in my Cargill era. That is me. That is what I'm in. And I'm a Swifty Cargill guy. You know what I'm supposed to say? What I'm supposed to say?
Okay.
NFL finally figured out how to target the 12 through 17 demographic.
Yeah,
they finally wrote the right script.
They did.
They got it.
They did.
They wrote the right script. They won. The NFL won sports this weekend, guys. Finally
they won sports. It's been a long time coming for the National Football League to be the top sports.
It's no more soccer. No more football, as they say.
It's over.
But bye. You guys had your time, okay? Get out of here. Other countries and your favorite sport for years upon years and decades upon decades based on ancient other civilization sports. F out of here.
Get out.
Taylor Swift came and said, it's my time now. Okay. Yeah. It's mine. Me and my
Good luck getting any tickets for any games involving the Kansas City Chiefs, because if anyone knows how to wait in line or wait online and get tickets, it's people who want Taylor Swift tickets. So they're just going to follow her around.
Do you see that beautiful, glorious cat tickler on Travis Kelce's lip? Okay, he's not going anywhere. All right, that is the kitty broom of kitty brooms right there.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
That man locked down the number one entertainer right now next to Beyonce. A number one entertainer. Okay, man. Hey. Kudos. NFL one, guys.
Speaking of a number one entertainer,
yes,
we have a fantastic guest and friend joining us on the show today. He is my brother in Mets fandom failure or sadness, a failure pile of sadness.
Some may say his Mets flow.
His
Mets flow is very low.
World traveler. This man has been all over the world, and he has decided to stop his travels to join us here today. Full stop. Took a little pit stop to come join us today. The one, the only Flobo.
Oh man, JP thrice. Stay Fly Live, the THS show. Yo, thanks so much for bringing me out here, man. I love talking NXT, love hanging with you guys, and let's go Mets, I guess.
Let's go Mets, I guess. It rained for 2 minutes, and they went, just cancel the game.
Forget it, man. Cancel the season.
Well, I'm sorry, guys.
It's fine.
We know what we friends. As friends of Met fans and friends of Jets fans, and it's hard to be a fan of any New York team right now. I feel like, you got Ben Simmons still as your point guard in Brooklyn. You got the Knicks, Nixon. It's
Don't
but
put that
the
evil on
liberty.
me, Ricky
But
Bob.
the
I hope
liberty.
someone gives
The
you Clipper
liberty.
tickets for Christmas. Don't start with me. Don't you start
Oh,
with me.
you came with the devil energy.
Wow.
This is devil energy right here. God, I'm trying to say I feel bad for you. I was just talking about the liberty. Shout out to the liberty. Okay. They out here selling out, arena tickets more than the Knicks.
True.
Jeez.
Wow.
That color scheme is dope though. Those uniforms are sick.
Oh my God. No, I really like the Liberty, man. Shout out to them. Ooh, okay. That's Dylan said Yankees suck.
Agreed.
I agree.
I mean, yeah. So says we all.
Mike says Eddie Kingston
Oh, is
in New
Eddie
York.
Kingston a New York team?
Oh, he's from Yonkers, right? I guess. Sure.
Yeah, he absolutely is.
Yeah.
I know he wasn't wearing any Yankee or Knicks colors last week because he was doing oh my God, he's doing his tribute gear, and so was Mr. NXT UK himself. Look at that.
Yeah,
if
man.
If we're gonna talk about NXT No Mercy, which is pretty much NXT UK mesh, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta talk. We gotta bring Flobito on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing?
So we started a new segment. We don't really have any segments, but I started this last week where we're doing something called the catch up. So Flobo, how you been?
I was gonna. The fact you say it's a segment seems very regimented, and you're out of time. You know what? I've been good. This summer I did something I wanted to do and started my whole 30 ballpark journey thing. I'm at 17, so I got to go around the country and see baseball. Yeah, but definitely see how every town operates, like Kansas City and Houston and Seattle. Places I've never been.
What's your favorite city? Like not actual ballpark. What's your favorite city that you've been to?
The biggest surprise is Milwaukee. Like Milwaukee's a town I wouldn't even think about going to, but then I went there and I was like, okay, roll out the barrel. Let's get some spotted cow. All right, let's do it. I really like that one for sure. But then there's other towns you're kind of like, all right, you know what I mean? But that was a lot of fun. And
one of those towns, Philly.
I haven't been to Philly yet. I have not been to Philly yet.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah. Houston was a big disappointment for me. I thought Houston would have had more of a call and everything. It didn't. But and like the JP was saying, I got to go to Japan first time. 22 years and 4 attempts. Didn't go to Iberia Steakhouse, but it was a lot of fun going out there. So.
Did you see any wrestling when you were there?
No, the Shinkansen where the fight broke out was like literally 4 hours after I wrote it. And I was like, really?
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn, it'd be like that. But I loved it. You guys find a way to get out there if you can, multiple times if you haven't already. Like, just go.
I want to go real bad.
Yeah, me too. I want to do the whole ballpark, and I'm not a big baseball guy. Shocker. But as I have a baseball, like,
yeah, I was like, it would have.
Shocker. But I want to go visit all the parks and really just like park like Milwaukee. Like I never go, or like the Minnesota Twins park. Like
I want to go.
Like,
I want to go to Target Field real bad.
So places. I mean, I've been to pretty much everyone in California. Yeah. So I want to go.
I haven't been to Dodger Stadium yet.
What?
It's literally right. It's right there.
I don't blame you.
It's right there.
I don't blame you. Well, I mean, no offense.
Whoa, relax.
But man to man, like there's so few of us that travel, like black men that travel. It's almost like I want to doubly make sure you go. You know what I mean? Because just go out there and represent. Because I didn't realize this until I started traveling. No, I didn't realize this until I started traveling like out of the country. Is that most people get their culture from movies and TV shows, and we don't got the best representation. You know what I'm saying? So go out there and just be an ambassador for everybody. But JP Christ, just go because you can go.
I can talk about my trip to Japan and how people were just. I was on a train and everybody was like,
"It's worse than China."
Like, it is the weirdest thing traveling as a black man, and like especially like if you dress like and not in, I guess, hip hop culture attire in a sense. Like if I'm dressed in like a suit or something, it's like, what is this zoo animal? Yeah. I know we're getting a little deep in the weeds, but guys, And I honestly am thinking about going to the Elimination Chamber because Australia is one of my places. Yes, it's really on my list where I want to go.
Is Perth on your list? That's my problem I have. Australia is, but is Perth on your list?
I mean, no, but like,
that's the problem I got. Melbourne, Canberra, like Gold Coast, like Tasmania, Hobart. All these things are way above Perth. I want to go visit.
But it's like I think of things like what something has to really pull me to places like, or they'll be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get to it eventually. Yeah. Right? Like it has to be like so as soon as they're like Australia, mind you, I got a couple friends in Australia. They're just like, you need to come. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll make a trip out of it. Like it's only, it's plane flight. So maybe, spend like 5 days down there. Bloop, bloop. Couple days, and then the last stop is Perth.
You gotta do before you turn 50, bro. The whole world changes. Because when you're 20, you can sleep on like floors and bus stations. When you're 40, you want 3 stars or above. You need to be 50, you want the whole glamp, everything.
First of all, I am not sleeping on no bus stop, and I think I'm already there. I think I'm already the 5-star. I said I think I'm already the 5-star. I think I want the whole glamp thing. That's my issue. Again, it's like. So I'm flying first. I'm flying Delta One there, right? Like I need a bed. That's a long flight. Like I need I need
Delta One. I'm like in Delta 71. I'm way in the back.
Better use those miles, sir.
I got the Hyatt card. When I land, I'm straight. Just
I got the Hyatt.
Just getting there. It's like, oh man.
Hilton card. Hilton. That's my thing. Yeah, we're gonna talk about travel. We get whole travel podcast coming soon, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Neeson, what's going on with you?
You know what? Absolutely, I can't remember every time you ask me this, but I'm sure there's something. I'm sure you
were doing something. That
I was shooting today and yesterday. I was shooting. I'm a part of this film festival. If you're out of the country and you're somewhere watching this in underserved area, I work on a film competition called the Nifty Film Competition, where about like 3 times a year we reach out to these places and have people submit their synopsis. We pick 10 people. You have 3 minutes to pitch your film. If you win, then we give you I think it's like we give you a couple $1,000s to make your short film, and then if you win that, you get a grand prize of more money, plus you get your film displayed at whatever big film festival that's around. Right now we're doing Nifty Nigeria. So it's gonna display at this this big film festival out in Nigeria coming up, and then we're gonna go from there. But I've been doing it for a couple of years, and now we're on FD Nigeria, so that was pretty cool. I got to hear 10 pitches today, all that were based out of Nigeria. And the one thing I would say is we need to work on getting them strong Wi-Fi, because boy, oh boy, man, it's wild. It's just, it teaches you patience, man. Like it teaches you so much, but these people are so creative and just don't have voices and really looking and like hungry just for the opportunity. So I'm really blessed to be a part of it, but it is our internet went out. So we had to like rent a place last minute, take our gear. And I say it's really just me because my partner quit. So it was a lot, but I'm here. We're here. Jay Cargill is here. Apparently Brian Pillman is coming. So is Superman inside of Supergirl. It's crazy. It's crazy time.
Wait,
but
what?
You never seen that meme? It's Superman's coming and it's a meme. It's a poster when Superman was gonna premiere on Supergirl, and it says Superman is coming in Supergirl.
Whoa. That's a CW?
It's a CW legit poster. I promise you. I guarantee it's a real thing.
Whoa.
Like, Superman is doing what?
To who? When? What have I been up to? Nothing.
Yeah, what have you been up to, Pingle?
Nothing.
Writer strike is over.
Writer strike is over. I'm excited about that at midnight 01. Very excited about that. Yeah, I mean, what the hell else have I been doing?
Let's go Montgomery Biscuits. What's up?
I don't know what else I did. That's all I got, guys. I don't have anything. I was reading some of our comments here. and Thomas says he has a friend who plays for the Dodgers, but Josh Sorbs, I just looked him up. Thomas, he actually he plays for the Texas Rangers now. They traded him like a year or two ago, so he's on the Rangers now. Which is not I guess a bad place to be.
One of my high school friends, Mike Carp, played for the he won.
Reds?
Yeah, he played for, I think the Reds was last, but he won with the Boston Red Sox, right? I think he won the Boston Red Sox. Yeah.
Oh man, I played too much Immaculate Grid. As soon as you said Mike Carp, I'm like, he was on the Reds. I'm pretty sure.
That's way too hard for me.
We were in our speech class, our like, it was debate class, and I remember he leans over. I was like, oh yeah, like I'm throwing this big like graduation party, some. It's like a month before. And he's like, oh, yeah, man, I'm getting drafted. I'm like, wow. What? Getting drafted? What do you mean? Like, school's not even over. He's like, yeah, bro, got drafted.
I'm sorry. He's on the Mariners. That's where I remember him from. And then he was on the Red Sox.
Man, it's flexing.
And just to bring it back, he played with the Rangers as well.
Yes. There
we go. I don't really think I've been up to too much. What have I been doing? I've been playing WrestleQuest. I think we talked about that.
Oh, is that any good? I downloaded it.
It's fun. I would give it a try. It's got all of the wrestling references you could ever want in it and more.
What is it on?
It's on I think Netflix. It's on everything.
Netflix and mobile.
Yeah, I think it's on so it's on PC, it's on Steam, it's on PlayStation 5. And it's on Xbox. I don't know if it's on anything else, but
it's on Netflix too. If you partake in Netflix games.
Oh, really? What the hell?
It's a Netflix original, actually.
Oh, wait, quick question, Flobo. Do you pay for Multi House?
I just have two. I have two separate accounts. So one for no one else, and then one for my mom. One for my mom, because it got weird. You know what I mean? Having so many people on one account.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Can't have too many X's on your accounts, man. You gotta let them out. You know,
I'm just saying, you've been there.
I have. Gotta clear house.
Yeah, we can work it out. I mean, you can see other people, but can you get the same?
Oh my god! Come on.
Yeah. Superman is coming, and Supergirl, October 10th on CW.
That got me to watch it.
Yeah.
Shout out Dylan for sending that. Got you. Yeah, you was watching something else. All right.
Should we talk about upcoming what are they calling them now? Special events?
PLEs.
PLE, baby.
Yeah. PLEs. NXT No Mercy coming to you live from the hottest city on the planet, Bakersfield. No offense to anyone who lives in Bakersfield.
All
Sorry
the offense to those
to
who
my
live in
aunt and uncle.
All those. I'm sorry. Not everyone except your aunt and uncle catch
and
this
possibly Mike, who's in the chat, who I think I don't know. Mike is a man of mystery, and I don't think he lives there anymore. Mike will let me know. He'll be like, "Please stop giving away my location." My bad. Let's talk about this. The card looks pretty good. I mean, I'm excited to see it live because that's the plan.
Are you going to Bakersfield?
Yeah, we're going to Bakersfield.
You're going to the crown jewel of Kern County, Bakersfield?
Yeah.
Wow.
You want to come?
You just ragged on it. You're like, oh man, Bakersfield sucks, but I'm going.
No, it's terrible. It's terrible. In and out. We're not even stopping at a Sonic.
Damn.
Wow. Not even stopping at a Sonic.
They probably have roller bladers up there. The roller skate ones. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they probably do some roller skate Sonic.
I'm excited. NXT needs to go on the road. I think going in a market that's outside of the Florida loop is a good stand. I'm not sure. Like in all seriousness, we make fun of Bakersfield, but I'm not sure why Bakersfield in this case. I mean, you were in Ontario last week, and then LA has a lot of smaller venues too, like the Palladium when the NXT was at the Palladium. But hey, look, if that's the start of something that's fresh and different, then I'm on board.
I'm gonna tell you that Ontario show. We've been to quite a few Ontario shows, and that show was wild. Like I don't know how they fit. They fit what they said. They fit like 12,000 people or something in there.
Mhm.
Mind you, it could probably fit 10, but I'm assuming like box and all that. So like
Yeah.
that was the craziest crowd I've heard Ontario be. And this, I think it was the first Raw. They usually have SmackDown in Ontario. So for them to hold up for 3 hours, kudos to them. So now them doing Bakersfield, which is just a hop, skip yonder. It's a very interesting call to me. You know, like they're doing these small towns, but that's how you know they're selling. They're on a high. They're on a high.
It's kind of a hard, like, how would you 6,000 seat venue? Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, like, how do you market NXT? Like, it's a show that gets a quarter of the views of SmackDown and Raw. Do you go to small venues or like do a package deal? Like, please bring Raw to Staples Center and we'll give you NXT in Bakersfield. Like, I wonder how they do that.
Well, so what I mean, that's I don't, two things.
Too
One,
far.
right. They want to run the cheapest venues, right? So you run it when they're doing Mania, for instance, they basically got a package deal because it was, all in one sort of thing, right? So it's like, okay, yeah, like you run Saturday morning because they still have it for that weekend or whatever. So it's like, all right, just run Saturday morning and do Mania thing. But for NXT, I used to love when Black and Gold, shout out. I used to love shut your mouth, okay? But they used to run basically like amphitheaters, like rock and roll places, or like it felt like it was just this alt kind of vibe. Like they ran the Palladium. Yeah, they ran the Palladium. Like that was dope. Like it felt different, right? It felt like a rock show. With these, I feel like they're running arenas and it's gonna feel like a Raw, SmackDown, any main roster PLE, but they're running in these niche towns or these small towns, right? Like where you could get like 400 or 4,500 people in there in a 6,000 seat arena, basically what AEW is doing, and it'll feel crowded, but they're doing it in small towns instead of doing it in major markets like AEW is doing, right? Like it's a weird thing, but if you can do it in a small town, that means you can do it in a major market, and you're not oversaturating that major market with your main roster. So they're kind of hitting two birds with one stone. It's really smart of them.
I wonder how over Stax Lorenzo is in a real, because they go to CWC every week. You know what I mean? Like I wonder how that works. Yeah, exactly. The Bugs have lights in Bakersfield.
I mean, I think Stack, to my opinion, a Stack Lorenzo, someone that was part of a minor league hockey team, right? Like these are the same people. This is his crowd, right? Like this is his no, not Stax Lorenzo. Tony D'Angelo is part of the minor league hockey team. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
well, if he hangs around for 2 more weeks, he can participate in Disney on Ice Into the Magic at the same arena. Yeah.
Hey man.
Disney on Ice is still going? Wow.
Okay. It is still going, and it is still dope.
Okay, I
go to Disney.
I've never been, so I can't even knock it. Just something I heard when I was a kid, and now
I can't remember the last time I went to it.
Really?
Yeah, it was when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Oh man, can we go to a field trip and just all three of us go to Disney?
You want to go back-to-back weeks to Bakersfield?
I want to pose outside the arena. Like, yeah,
where are you going? Bakersfield.
Hey. Yeah, where you going? No, we're going to Bakersfield. For what? Disney on Ice. What? Yeah, Neeson wants us to go see Disney on Ice.
Photo shoot. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
The step and repeat. Hurry up,
have
kid.
A step and repeat. I have a picture with my niece. It's great. But I want to ask, as we're talking about this card, I know Pingle, we talk about like NXT is not a watch for everybody. This is why I think they need to get out. They need to get out on the road more.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you, not being too familiar with the NXT product, what is the most attractive thing when it comes to going to this NXT show for you?
Me?
Yeah, you.
One man and one man only. Ilya. That's it.
That's not Baron Corbin's hand gesture. What's going on?
And I'm sorry, and Big Breakfast Baron Corbin. Yes,
That's right.
Well,
We're Corbinites on this show, baby.
Corbinites.
Mhm.
But no, I love Ilya Dragunov. I've loved him forever. I know I haven't been watching NXT as much, but I honestly right where he belongs in the at the top of the card, in my opinion. He's great. I think he's adapted overall to the NXT WWE way of life, if you will. And but I mean he's going up against Carmelo, and I don't know where we're at with Carmelo, because I love Carmelo as well.
Trick and Mellow.
But I did watch our contract signing, where there might be a little dissension in the ranks here between Trick and Carmelo. So maybe it is Ilya's time, which would be nice to see live.
So Flo, before I toss this to you, you didn't get a chance to watch this. So Trick had his match beat Joe Gacy. He ended up then saying Melo has his title. Now it's time to go get his. He ends up going to Shawn Michaels saying, I want to get put in the triple threat match for a chance to go to the North American Championship. He gets put in a fatal four-way match. He goes to tell Melo. Melo's busy checking his OnlyFans account. And then he's like, what? I'm trying to tell you. He's like, nah, man, look, man, I'm trying to see what Dakota got on it. And then that was the whole thing. And then fast forward, right? Not talking about Dakota, that I'm talking about the OnlyFans Dakota. And then
I knew what you meant.
Yeah. And then he goes on the contract signing, and he said, what makes you think and he's like I could beat such and such. So he starts naming off the people, and he names off Trick. He was like, you beat this person, I could beat them, I could this you Trick. And then everybody's like, oh, he's like, oh. So yeah, so basically it sets up the dissension between Trick and Mellow Gang, but there is no dissension between Trick and Mellow Gang, because Trick and Mellow Gang always gonna be good. My question for you, Flo,
what's up
around this Mellow versus Dragunov?
Yeah,
do you think Dragunov has to win to actually become a main event wrestler, a main event on the main roster, Raw or SmackDown? Because does he have to win the NXT title to go to the next level?
This is something that really, as the simple question is no, because if you're a star, you're a star no matter how you do it. However, one of the things I've been curious about NXT, I don't know, you call this 3.0, 2.5, silver and gold.
It's not black and gold.
Okay. But it's how the NXT UK talent's treated, because they've come over. I've seen NXT UK. I've seen how these talent work, but then now you get people that seem kind of mid. They seem kind of watered down. Now, Ilya Dragunov is still 80% of the Ilya we know, but there is that bit of him that's like, you're not really hitting the same, even with the goatee. What is going on? So, yes, I think in this where you have to give him a title to say this guy's legit. See, American fans, he's good. But I do think on raw talent alone, you can put him on the main roster a la Pretty Deadly. Well, that's a bad example. He actually won a championship. But you can put him on the main roster and he could probably fit in. But I don't think anyone from the NXT fandom specifically will buy anyone without a strap. It's just the way it is. They set everything up over there.
You made up a good point about NXT UK and NXT. And I think so this will be the first time an actual NXT UK person to hold the NXT title, correct?
I believe so. Right, because
I'll double check that. That feels inaccurate to me, but
when I said, I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, no, like Pete Dunne didn't win. Tyler Bate didn't win. Walter didn't win. And I'm saying these names on purpose because that's who they were in NXT. Those were like the main three that was really up for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. This would be the first.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like every time everyone says, oh man, the UK talent, they're so good, but you know they were better on your NXT UK, but like Mako Satomura, she showed up and disappeared, like in the ether. You're like, well,
yeah,
where did they all rank?
Like coaching. Apparently, like coaching, right? Like she
That ain't the
went to-
same. You call the final boss, and the final boss doesn't show up for a year. You're like,
Well, we always
Yeah.
we know who the final boss is. The boss, the blueprint, the standard, the goat, the queen of the cell, the DDT Mandalorian, the ESPY award winning.
No.
Sasha.
Mako
Banks.
Satomura is the boss because she hits hard. Sasha
Yep.
Banks says she's the boss because she said it one time in NXT. She gets stuck. But I don't know what
Wow.
anything she does that's boss like. Let's be real.
Whoa.
Oh, wait. My connections. No. I've been kicked off the show. Oh, shit.
I'm sorry. My heart hurts.
He's like, wait, first Clippers tickets. Now it is. I ain't never inviting Flobo.
Yeah, never, ever.
I
invite you on my show. My show.
My fault. But special edit, guys.
We're supposed to be Trickamello gang. Okay. So Ilya and I, Dragunov is what draws you in, Pingle. You have been watching NXT because you are Mr. NXT, draped in gold every Tuesday.
Every Wednesday, 10 a.m. Pacific.
Every Wednesday, 10 a.m. Pacific. And I know you guys are always on when I'm in mid work and I'm like, I can't stop and watch this.
I know. My co-host picked the time, man. I just show up.
Hey, he's great. He's great. Shout out to Jack Farmer.
We love Jack.
Yeah, shout out to Jack. So to you, what is attracting you to this card? Like, what is the match or the person or the potential revealing that's going to attract you to this card?
Yeah, the idea about Carmelo Hayes being the greatest NXT champion of all time. Now, that question has always either been a question between Adam Cole, Bebe, or Finn Balor. And I was a Finn Balor guy for a long time, but I do think the heyday of Black and Gold 1.0 or whatever it is really put Adam Cole as number one. But I don't know if you want to call it erasure. I don't even call it celebrating the scouting of WWE, but if Carmelo Hayes can be that guy to really transcend the NXT title, then this could be his coronation here tonight if he walks away with the dub. So that's number one. Also seeing Becky Lynch in NXT, unnecessary, didn't like it. Talk about stale characters. Becky has been stale for about 2 years, but at the expense of Tiffany Stratton. But I want to see if Tiffany gets her title back as well. So those two main event matches. Probably, you know what? I disagree. I think Ilya's going to open the show. But those two title matches are the ones I'm checking out.
What's up? I'm more stuck on the Carmelo Hayes being the greatest NXT champion of
you.
It's a conversation.
I was like, hold please, let me bring up Cage match. I just want to see what his matches have been.
I had a point to that too. Like I was like, oh yeah, I got something to that.
I think it's in the argument.
And then you went, no. Then you went and said Becky Lynch has been stale for 2 years, and she's been stale for 2 minutes in NXT already.
Yeah, she has. And this is the sad and tragic part about it. So I'm not, unfortunately, I'm not knocking her talent. I'm not knocking Big Time Bex or the Man, but it feels like her character flip-flops every week between being Big Time Bex and the Man. If you look at her promos, comparing to someone like Charlotte has basically her structure is
you
I'm talking about structure. I'm talking about structure of promos. I'm talking about actual talent. I'm saying structure.
If you
Charlotte, no. Charlotte usually goes, "You're good, I'm better." That. Becky's like, "You suck, I'm better." So you go over to NXT. Basically, you're that fifth grader who went back to elementary school after you graduated, and you're saying, Tiffany Stratton, you can't talk, you can't cut a promo, I'm going to beat you. And you do. It's like, who are you really helping out? You've already beat Trish Stratus. You don't need to go down to NXT. And Tiffany Stratton needs all the help she can get because she was definitely a stopgap solution. I think it really wasn't ideal for anyone for Becky to be NXT champion because Becky had nothing to do. You know what I'm saying?
I will.
I don't disagree with that point. I don't know if Becky being stale for 2 years I agree with, but I agree.
The
with
man's come around. Man handles
Okay, look. You sound like the rapping Dalmatians right now. The hoe is mine. But I would say to this point of Becky Lynch, because I do want to talk about this Adam Cole thing and Mello. Trick Mello game, baby. This is the funniest thing to me. Becky Lynch, she doesn't just say you suck and I beat you and then she won. Becky Lynch to me, she does spend time, like the way she talks about these wrestlers, like you'll put up a good fight, this and this and this. Like we didn't see Charlotte do that when she won the NXT title. We don't see Charlotte do that when she wins any title. It's not a thing of like, man, like this person is great and I'm willing to be here and give this person a fight again. She gave me the fight of my life, etc., 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 etc. Becky does that to any young or any person lower on the card to try to help build them up, right? We see her now kind of rubbing elbows with, shout out Tegan, see her doing that, right? And kind of trying to light the fire with that. Now, granted, it was a way to give a reason why, you know, they gave Natty Becky last week.
She's still doing that?
But to me, what you're describing was Natty. What you're describing was Dana Brooke, right? Shout out Dana Brooke. You're describing those people, like which sucks for what's her name now was with Dana Brooke too, man.
Kelowna Jordan.
Yeah.
Thing. But I think
can you talk about the scouting in NXT? Like
we'll get into that too with the
Jade
situation because I think that's an archetype. But look, the thing is, you forget though, when Charlotte became NXT champion, who was the first person she challenged?
Rhea Ripley.
She challenged Mia Yim, and she was like, "Mia, I've seen you work. I'm going to give you an opportunity to defend my title." Becky just showed up and was like, "The man has come around to NXT. You are trash," and it's NBXT. Tiffany Stratton was kind of a plot point. The character didn't develop. She did not develop. You don't feel any better for her or any sorry for her. I mean, it felt like she was swept under the rug.
I would say I will argue against that because she didn't come around first saying that. Tiffany Stratton was talking a lot of mess. She came to the house. Like, right. Okay, I come to your house, right? And I'm like, man, I tell you about these terrible ass Mets and these Knicks. What are they, right? Yeah, trash. And I leave, and you're gonna be like, what F this guy?
Yeah.
Like, forget this.
We already knew that about the Mets, so
I mean,
you weren't breaking any ground there.
You were still okay.
Now tell me Tom Seaver's trash.
Now, if I came to your house and said you suck in Rocket League and commentary Rocket League,
I make my money. The man has come around and needs some
exactly.
No,
man.
See that?
Becky
should not have gone back to school, man. She should have gone back to NXT.
She's not going back to school. She's like, you know what? Look, you talking all that trash was something I never got. I never actually take. Let me go shut your mouth and take that real quick. Let me go. Yeah, that's
damn well that Becky is only in this situation with Tiffany because she beat Trish and had nothing to do, and she was with Trish for 3 months at a storyline that was stretched thin because she had nothing to do.
I mean, no one has nothing to do until they have something to do. Okay, look, I want to ask you about this Mello thing.
Chick Mello gang.
I think Mello is the Bret Hart's champion of this NXT version, like that golden or that new age era when they tried to put the title on, when they did put the title on Bret Hart, and it wasn't really, it was changing, but it wasn't really the real transitional change to what other championships were before or championships were after. But we look back fondly on it, like, oh, I mean, really, because how they tell the story, right? It's how you propaganda. It's like how the winner creates the story. So, but how they tell that, and I think Mello is that. Like you say, you went right to cage match, right? To me, just off living it, you can't tell me Mello had a better title reign than Adam Cole or Finn Balor. No, I'm not saying you. No, I'm saying anyone that's trying to make this argument or anyone that's trying to be like he's the greatest. They said Wesley is the greatest North American champion of all time, and it's like, I mean, I guess because he defended it every night. But are you telling me that Keith Lee run or that Adam Cole and Keith Lee run was it amazing? Right? Like, are you telling me the battles that didn't Johnny Gargano have the three
times
the three, yeah, like, right? So
falls, yeah.
Are you telling me those those were must see, right? So like, I don't remember a Wesley match having to be must see. So what are we measuring greatness? And so when you brought that up, it made me think like, well, we can't deny that. Look, Melo is a star and he's great. And I just think that one, they need to get out of the PC to make him seem and feel like the big star that he is. Because when we seen him in LA, he deserved to be there, right? Like he's that guy. So yeah, man, I just when you said that, it just really made me think like, he's the Bret Hart. Got it.
So yeah, I mean, when I talk about that conversation, and I think it's still too early to put Carmelo, in all honesty, in that conversation. But when Finn Balor was considered the face of NXT, it was this new, fresh thing that I can't believe WWE is doing. The Seattle best coffee of the Starbucks, right? Of what they're doing. Adam Cole really ushered in the TV era. 2 hours. I mean, you can argue the end of Black and Gold was kind of like the best iteration of NXT, but with the relaunch of 2.0. There was a lot of question marks. I mean, the characters were one-dimensional. Briggs and Jensen were country boys. Tony D'Angelo was a mafia boss. It was kind of flat. And you had this person that, granted, he had an indie career, but he was essentially homegrown, coming up the ranks. Right. And better than Braun Breaker, who was basically built this whole brand around. I go, if this is what NXT is going to be, then Carmelo could be seen as emblematic of that era. Not to say Adam Cole sucks or anything. I just think like Carmelo could solidify his legacy.
Relax.
I didn't say he sucked, baby.
No, relax.
It's all about that. Becky's whack. Anyway.
Becky's whack.
She's whack.
I mean, I'm looking at the card and I feel like I'm if we're, talking about NXT UK, I'm pretty interested in Butch versus Noam Dar.
Yes.
I will say I haven't seen Noam Dar wrestle in a bit, but I do enjoy him when he's wrestling. I will say I don't know what in the blue hell of the Kentucky Derby was going on up on the stage today.
Oh my God, metaphor. We last week when he did the Morpheus, the blueprint. Yo, I love NXT. I love this version of NXT because it reminds me of Black and Gold because it feels like they're just letting them do stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Like they're just letting them try things. And this, I was not sold on metaphor at all when it first formed because I thought, why are you, Lacey or Lash Legend should be in something else that's going to help highlight her. I thought Mansa, I think he's a great talent, but I just thought these other people could have been in something else rather than be surrounded by Noam Dar. But you just see just the goofiness. You see the fun. And then they all go and like the Mansa match he had with I forgot who he matched a couple weeks with, but it was actually like dope. And I was like, oh, okay. Like not only can they talk shit and it's fun and it's exciting and they're goofy, but they all can go and in their own aspect. It's fun. But I just wanted to say that about metaphor. And I think like that little tweaks they're making to their entrance every time. Now and they throw the little forward thing. It's funny. I like it. Yes. And again, their recruitment. They need to work for a movie studio. That's all I know. Jesus Christ.
Do we want to talk about the big signing? The big signing that happened?
Yeah, man. Brian Pillman Jr. is coming
finally
to NXT. They ran a teaser. Really wild about that. And we'll see where he fits. And also, there's just a money bag that just walked into the PT today by the name of Jade Cargill.
Not Jada Parker.
Jade Cargill.
Not Jada Parker.
Just legs growing out the money bag.
So how do we? I mean, I feel like we all know how we feel about this. So I think the better question is, well, maybe I don't know.
How do we feel about it?
How do you feel? I said last week before it was official that Tony dropped the ball. he should have added at least 2 more zeros to whatever WWE offered, and I think I read it was 2 million. And I think
is that a guarantee? Is that the downside? 2 million?
I don't know. I just read it was 1.5 to 2 million.
I would assume the guaranteed downside for sure.
So I think the bigger question is and I think who mentioned this earlier on? Somebody mentioned it. I'm sorry, whoever mentioned it, I apologize, but I guess the rumor is she is main roster bound, like out the gate. Do we think that's a good thing, or would we rather, after whomever wins the NXT Women's Championship on Saturday, should she just be right there, music hits, ready to go?
You know what I want. You know. You know that's gonna be me in the crowd.
What? Why you like that? Why you be so creepy? If I may,
yeah,
I'm with you. I'm with you, Pingle. Right? You have a well. First of all, I hated the way that Tony Khan ran that whole Jade thing, basically giving her a separate but equal championship and putting her on another night. To me, we have a women's division that's kind of wonky, and you split it for no reason. Now we got 2 titles with no meaning to it. But everyone knows Vince has been doing this for years. If you're not going to sign anybody, you job them out, right? This huge ass winning streak. She loses 1 match and she's gone. So WWE did the right thing. If it's 2 million, great. But here's a telltale sign: the photo album on WWE Facebook has her just hanging out training her first day. You don't do that to a rank and file NXT person. Now, I like NXT more than the other person, but the main roster thing is the best way to say we are better than AEW of presenting you as a star. If you put her in the minor league, you can. You're WWE, you can do whatever you want. But that's how you do. You have her show up on Monday Night Raw because that's the brand that needs the most work, and then you have run roughshod. Because frankly, as much as I love NXT and the women's division, there's really not much in the way of someone that can take her down. Tiffany Stratton, Roxanne Perez, Blair Davenport. Yeah, good matches, but that impact, I'm not counting Becky because Becky's on Raw. That's what I'm saying is the Raw talent, that's what they do it.
I agree with you up until you said she should go on Raw because it should be SmackDown.
Bianca's on SmackDown.
The reason it should be SmackDown is because I don't want her anywhere near Nia Jax.
Oh. Okay, yeah, you're right. On second thought, I rescind my comments. Put her on SmackDown.
But this is why I was gonna say, please don't put her on Raw because Nia Jax is right there, and we don't.
Yeah, because Nia is being built up. I'll just keep my comments to myself. She's being built up again as the big bad on Raw, so I think it would just be detrimental to put our hopefully big new star right on the same show as her, because they'd be like, oh, they gotta fight each other immediately, and I don't want to see that for numerous reasons.
You can have a separate thing going.
Now, Pingo, I think Dylan asked a great question. Does Jade come in hot and become a heel or a face? And is that determined off of what brand she's on?
Oh man, I almost did like the old territory thing. The crowd will decide if she's a heel or a face. I almost did that. I feel like I'm not versed enough to speak on it. I would have to see who is hot as a heel and who is hot as a face overall. If you guys could tell me that, I feel like I would know better. But I feel like if it's SmackDown, I think that graphic you put up would be, I think, best for business in my opinion.
Absolutely not.
Whoa, watch your mouth, okay?
I'm sorry.
Relax.
I apologize.
You are a guest, sir.
I'm sorry. I was going to
Jeez.
That's just my opinion. I think SmackDown's probably the best. I would probably put her. I I think we just go the heel route for now. I think that is the best way to go, in my opinion.
All right, Flo, let's hear this ridiculous statement that you have of why she shouldn't be a part of this incredible takeover faction right here.
Because everyone seems that looks at Jade's physical attributes and compares her to Bianca.
Yeah.
And the sad and tragic part is that even though we love Bianca, she's locked in. It's a very similar archetype, unfortunately. Even though they physically have very chocolatey skin, they are two powerhouses that wrestle a very similar style. Now, Bianca,
say that for one more time. Very what?
Chocolatey.
Chocolatey skin.
Chocolatey skin, baby. When I heard she was getting signed, the first thing I was like, Jakara, you gotta come up with the character quick, because I thought Jakara was the Jade knockoff. But the thing about Bianca and Jade is, Jade has the baddies, but we really haven't had time to develop her character yet. I would keep them separate, find out who Jada Parker is, and then have them on the same brand.
Okay, so here's why I say it should, and they should be together. Because of all you made the point, because of all those points, and that Bianca's at a point where she cannot be anywhere else but a title. So how do you do that? Put them as a tag team together. That's they're still trying. They're trying so hard. They have Dawn and what's her name? I forget her name, but the witch tag. Stop it. You stop it.
Everyone just says put them in a tag team. That's not the answer to every wrestling.
No. But here's my thing. Here's the perfect example of putting them in a tag team. Is one, you could get Jade introduced. Look, we know who Jade Cargill is, but we also know that there is a big WWE artist is going to be like, still, who is this woman? And you and you position her right next to Bianca Belair, where everybody knows Bianca Belair is a bona fide star. It gives her edge. She already left with the edge. Now it gives Bianca a new package. She doesn't have to go for a title. So, like you said, gives her something to do, as you said, right? Jesus Christ.
You don't sign someone with that money.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wow. Adrenaline in my soul.
It's not open night, heifer.
Let's run it back.
Open mic night, baby.
Sorry, Cody. You cannot finish the story because you have to finish this story.
No, Michael Cole in a match sponsored by the General. It's Shaquille O'Neal and Jade Cargill. Just God.
Yeah, you had Cody Rhodes coming out in a green General outfit. That'd be great.
No bueno.
Whoa.
No.
But yes, I think I do think you do pay her that money, because then if you're gonna do the traditional tag team breakup thing, you do it with those two big stars. You do it with them, and you find a way to have them. Can they coexist? You tell a story with these two beautiful, strong, talented Black women that they have not done. Like, you tell that story, right? Like, I think it's something there to see two strong Black women really hold each other down and blah, 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 friendship, teacher row, blah, blah, blah. Like, I think it's great. I think it's a lot of stuff that could be there. And you don't know, maybe it takes off like a Adam Cole and MJF thing where it's like, look, this is actually kind of sticking together. Boom, we could take off and go a different way with it and make it stretch a little longer. Or it's like, bam, this is your Royal Rumble big main event. Like, this is it, where none of them have to be in the actual Royal Rumble, but they can have a good slot on the card. Because again, if Bianca is solo, she has to be in a title picture. Like, and that's no fault to her. Like, it is not a bad thing. It's a great thing, because this is such a big star she is. It's the same problem we're having with Cody Rhodes. We're just seeing it in front of our face every single week. He literally has to keep mentioning, finishing the story. We're not in the third inning, boys. Blah, 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 blah. Like, every single week, this is going to get thrown in our face until he loses again. So, wow. I don't know what else you can do with her if she goes to the main roster. You don't want to leave her out to the lambs. You don't want her just to go, hey, go swim. Like, go figure it out. Yeah. Like, no, you don't. You pay too much money for that. You're not going to do that.
So you signed someone to be a tag team with somebody you already have inside your harm system. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you
That's
signed some. No, that's it's not. It's not being because it's not being a tag. Because it's not just you're not being a tag team. You're building this person.
So what are you saying? That this is the old school friend of Bianca? Is that what that's the story you're gonna go with? Edge and Christian style?
I mean,
what are you doing?
No,
what are you
gonna
do?
He would say
not
that.
at all.
Bobby Lashley's acquiring talent.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you. Before I even have to say it, he's literally acquiring talent.
That
so
to
he's
me
like,
is the laziest book I've ever seen in my life. Jade Card.
We can get lazier, my friend. Just
please get lazier. Please get we should be a tag team is the most laziest thing I've ever.
No,
it's not that. You should be hang on Bianca. Why? Why do you want to with Bianca so bad? Don't you have okay? Let me ask you a question. Think about the types of performers on the WWE roster. The luchadors, the super heavyweights. You have powerhouses on that brand. You got Raquel Rodriguez, for example. Not advocating for Raquel, but why is Bianca? But why is Bianca the first thing on your mind?
No.
But why is I'm not advocating for Raquel, but why is Bianca the first thing on your mind?
Because Bianca. Are you gonna? Is that rhetorical, or you want me to answer?
I'm asking. That's the part that's rhetorical. The thing I'm going to ask you is this: if Jade comes in or whatever her name is, Jada Parker or Jade Cargill, if she comes in as a lone wolf talent, you're thinking she's going to flop. That's my question.
No, I'm not saying I'm thinking she's going to flop. What I'm saying is it's instantly putting her next to someone in other people that are major stars, right? Oh, inside and outside of the ring, right? Jade already is a star. We know that. We know the potential. We can see it 1,000 miles away. But now, not only are you putting them with somebody inside and outside of the ring that could really be like, yo, this is what we're doing, but on screen as well, because we all know just how important it is to be on screen with a person is just as much off screen, right? So it's like, look, you're rubbing elbows, or you're really going with probably the person that's had the best year ever next to Kurt Angle on the first year on the main roster is Bianca Belair. Like, hands down, she's skyrocketed. Like, Bianca Belair hit, and it was a wrap. She was done. And I remember Big E saying, like, yo, once people get a taste of her, she's going to go, and it has nothing to do with what she does in the ring. It's what she does outside of the ring. And I feel like Jade has that same potential. She has that same potential to be a household name. And so what I'm saying is, I'm not saying it's easy booking of being like, just go be a tag team. But like Pingo said, Bobby Lashley is acquiring talent. This storyline has already been a thing of like, oh, we just thought, like, they're drawing it out. It's like, look, if you don't want to be like, get serious, play this, play that. It doesn't have to be, oh, I'm putting you guys together. It's like, yo, like, come hang out with me. Let me show you the ropes. You're a star. She doesn't even have to get in the ring. It's like, show you a star. And then Bianca comes back. It's like, oh, what's up? Da-da-da-da-da. Of course, like, you're hanging out, like, you're showing, and then you work into a story. Like, I'm not trying to like book the fucking fantasy book it, but all I'm saying is that there's something there, and it doesn't have to be the lazy route, but it is it's on Fox until Fox switches over to
USA.
To USA. I mean, to SmackDown, switch over to USA, but it's on Fox Network Television. You can't tell me put Jade and Bianca standing next to each other as a tag team doesn't look like money until they're standing face to face against each other on a billboard headlining some big PLE, like one of the big 4 PLEs. You can't tell me that's not money.
It's not
like, that's all I'm looking at.
It's not going to be money because that division is pretty much in tatters. But the reason why I picked Raw is the opposite. I felt like Bianca can show up SmackDown pretty handedly. I'm not a big fan of Tiffany Stratton, but she doesn't have a thing over there. Raw needs the help more. And I'm telling you, I so much believe that Jade's a superstar. They have Nia Jax, and she's a super heavyweight, but she's not a star. And you and I both know that. And I'm a Nia Jax defender because I like heels who get booed. But she is not a star. But hey, look, to each his own.
I got drunk on Nia Jax. I can't really say she's not a star. I feel like she is. You know, she's great.
I'm not like most girls.
That's not her song anymore. See that?
I'm just saying that's a classic one. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah.
I think the only other thing you could do, and I really wouldn't want to do this, is why when I looked up the Raw Women's Champion, did it bring me to a different title? I think you just have You do the Paige treatment. She shows up, just dominates the champion, and wins on the first night.
And this is why I think she should beat Becky Lynch. Like, so if you're talking main roster, but this is why I think she shows up on Saturday. And look, she did an interview. She's like, they asked her where she's going. She says, I don't know. You know, right? Like, you have to watch all the shows. But it is something to, like the women's division in NXT, they need help, right? It's something like they have a lot of talent, but it feels like, you said what?
The top of the card, they need help, yeah.
Yeah, at the top of the card, for sure. Like I'm saying, they have a lot of talent. Like, they're hella dope. And I think it's no shortage, but at the top of the card, absolutely. And so if you want to make somebody, you make Jade Cargill out of that, and then she could be that next dominant woman that, you know, NXT is really famous for, and that before, you know, who was the lot before Roxanne Perez.
Mandy Rose?
Yeah, right. So before Roxanne Perez, it was these dominant champions, right? Like these long reigning champions that will be there in the women division. Not only would they go through the women's division as a baby face, they go through them as a heel at the same time, like go back through it as a heel. So, you know, they need another one of that. And I don't think that's Tiffany Stratton. I like Tiffany Stratton a lot, but I don't think that's her. I think they messed up with Roxanne Perez. I think, you know, they didn't give a chance at all to Indy, right? Like it was like she had, but it was just like, you won a title, you're injured, bye. Like, you know, and we could go down a list. We could just go down. We could go down a list. They did Gigi and Jade and Juicy Jade and JC. Gigi and JC Jade, like I felt like they fumbled that as well because they wanted to go break up the tag teams at the time, which was a dumb move. So they need a Jade, and then it gets Becky out of there because I will agree with you. Becky doesn't need like to be there. I would agree with that, right? But she needs to either make someone or make sure she leaves it in great hands where the title could make someone. And I think that's Jade in a sense, and maybe someone else in between that.
Honestly, when does Tegan get her title shot?
Let's go. Monday, baby.
No, she doesn't get it.
No, she's not gonna win.
You know why she doesn't get it? Because
Jade is gonna come.
She comes
Jade
in
versus
and goes,
Tegan?
She goes, sorry, I don't think so.
Jade versus
I just signed a $2 million contract. I'm gonna do whatever I want.
She wins it on Raw.
And just wins it outright immediately.
She beats Becky, wins it on Raw. Because you know they're gonna do the whole in crowd. This is Jade, you know, blah blah blah. And like they're gonna show her. But that'll be dope. That'll be dope if she came in.
And not like it's not a competitive match. She just beats the living hell out of Becky Lynch. Yeah. And that's it. It's literally like a 2.5 minute squash match. Just boom, boom. I'm the champ now. Bye. And
Becky's more protected than Roman Reigns. Good luck.
Okay,
I mean,
relax. All right.
She is. Yo, she's
untouchable.
She's untouchable. Who's the last time I beat her down?
Speaking of Roman, somebody asked you a question.
You want a title match? Okay, come down to the ring. I only had a 2-minute match. Boom, boom, boom. Beats her too. I beat 2 people in less than 5 minutes, and now I'm champion. See you guys later. Make sure you tune in Tuesdays.
Wow.
Flo, who does Flo think beats Roman?
It's Cody. It has to be. And I know Jay and Jimmy and all those guys. We love the idea. I do think there are the internal forces that weakens the Roman Empire, so to speak, and then Cody can sleep in and get that championship.
Do you think Cody gets it before Mania or after Mania?
If I were booking, I'd probably have him before Mania, but that's the way to finish the story is having it at Mania.
So
I think honestly, let me just step in here. I think
please do.
finishing the story means becoming the world champion at no matter when it happens. I think that is the ultimate finishing of the story. I don't think it I mean, sure, maybe it matters now, but I think overall it never really mattered. It was to win the world title and present it to the spirit of the American dream in some way or fashion.
Right. So I would have, if it was I was booking it, I would have Cody either win at Survivor Series or the Rumble, and then you have the winner of the Rumble take Cody on at WrestleMania with The Rock and Roman as your other nice main event, non-title.
But what does that say for? Does that mean? And I would ask both of this. I would ask this to you guys into the chat. Roman is on a historic streak right now.
Mm-hmm.
Does this take away any of the luster from this streak because he doesn't beat Hulk Hogan's reign summer 2024?
I almost think they're really going to have him beat that, aren't they?
I mean, you at this point, one thing we can say about Paul Levesque is that he is definitely trying to make this his era. I know people are like, Vince is back, this and this and this. Is like, yeah, we can see clear as day that Paul is trying to make this his era. I mean, people that were once protected aren't protected no more. We see it in the last releases, right? So, yeah. Boom. So you know, I think what does he do? Does Roman win, or does he next time he wrestle? Is it just Mania? Mania and SummerSlam, and then he loses at SummerSlam. It's like the day after SummerSlam or something like that.
So he passed Punk already. He passed Cena. Punk. Next up is Backlund is the next one.
Mm-hmm.
At 648.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
so
I'm just saying if it's still, I don't know. Hogan's 1400.
Yeah, SummerSlam.
He's not going to beat him because whether you like Hogan or don't, he is sacred in the annals of WWE history. So he will not get beaten. It's like when Santino was like the honky meter. You're like, he's not going to go further than the honky tonk.
The honky tonk man.
Yeah, exactly. That's his extra stuff to worry about. But if you want to have him do it, great. But then you're really running out of things because with Roman off TV and Jimmy and Jay are doing these side quests, you're like, okay, we get it. We're definitely in a holding pattern. Give me something else or else it will crumble.
Yeah. That's my interesting thing because I feel like if you have him win, if he's gonna lose it, he shouldn't lose it at Mania.
He should not lose it at Mania?
No. I think I'm a firm believer that he doesn't need the title. Like it's right now it's just being held up like let's give it to somebody else, right? Like let's give it to another card. Have the main card actually have something to fight for rather than fighting ghosts. They're chasing ghosts. They're chasing Roman. They're chasing a person that's just, you know, chasing history, which he doesn't need it because the story isn't about even the title. It's about Roman.
Yeah.
Like, and so the title is the MacGuffin in wrestling lore. Like, let's make it about the title, right? Like, and so I don't feel like he needs. I feel like he should either lose it at Survivor Series or Rumble. If our elimination chamber, whatever the hell, but I feel like it just shouldn't be a Mania, you know.
I'm saying he loses it at Rumble
because he can have Dwayne and Roman at Mania.
Yeah,
and that damn sure shouldn't be for the title. I know that for sure.
Absolutely not.
I'm gonna just run down a couple of stuff real quick. Becky needs a vacation.
Well, there's one way to give it to her.
Thomas says, y'all forgot to read. Thomas, I'm going to tell you one more time. More time. We did not forget anything. I'm running the comments and also talking to people, trying to do multiple things at once, sir. So we didn't forget.
Ricky Starks being signed. Is his contract up?
Yeah, I'm going to go to his comment. I'm going to look through it right now. Question. Could they hold her back till the Rumble? Jade? Hell no. Hell no. What do you guys think?
I mean, I'll say right now, I think she wins the Rumble.
You think so?
That's what I'll say right now. I think she wins the Rumble.
Wow, she's headlining a WrestleMania off top, huh?
It's a lot of money for
$2 million.
You got
She's
a
a
star
Cody
right
Rhodes.
there. You got a star right there.
How is she gonna get the same amount of pyros, Cody?
She don't need pyro.
What? She does need pyro.
She don't need it.
Come on, a storm.
She's that bitch. She knows what she's doing.
You know it's not open mic night. All right. So this is Thomas' original thing. It says WWE's eyeing absolute Ricky Starks.
Sure.
They'll be
Why not?
stupid. They'll be stupid not to sign Ricky Starks. Okay. It's probably, we said Jade, MJF, Ricky Starks are the three people that are AEW quote unquote originals that should be on main roster of WWE. I would probably I would have at first added Britt Baker, but I don't know about that. Oh, and Wardlow.
Oh,
And
Wardlow's the
Powerhouse.
other one that I've heard is pretty much
He
signed,
should be.
sealed, delivered.
Is he popping up in Bakersfield? He needs to pop up in
He
Bakersfield.
could.
Dude,
Oh, is this
And I
like
can see- and then
is
I
this
could
that
see
right?
Braun Breaker versus Wardlow, and I'll just walk back to LA.
Wow.
Just thinking about what you just
I'll
said.
just
You rather go outside in the Bakersfield biome than to watch this?
it's what we deserve if that happens.
Sheesh.
Anyway.
But no, that just reminded me. That's why they released everybody. They gotta sign these stars.
I don't really
Like
I
Brian
don't really
Pillman
think,
Jr.
The World Wrestling Federation is hurting for money.
I mean, look, how you get more money is you pretend that you're hurting for money. It's staying cheap is the way to stay rich.
But yeah, sure.
But yeah.
Sign Ricky Starks.
Oh yeah, Sami Callihan's contract is up in Impact. Do you think Sami
Absolutely.
Callihan comes back and become the hacker?
No,
Fobo, I don't like your reaction here, sir.
Absolutely
Well, Sammy,
I have nothing against Sami Callihan. I don't know if I maybe should, but
this question is really great because I've been thinking about this literally all day. What her theme, her AEW theme, was really dope for her.
do we know who made the AEW theme?
Yeah, Ruckus.
So there could be a lot of I guess I'll put on my work hat. Thanks, guys. There could be a lot of things going on with that. It could be that AEW owns the rights to the song. It could be that the artist actually just owns the rights and was licensing it to WWE. To AEW. So they could technically take the song. If that's the case, they could take the song with them. Or who knows? We always know that Tony Khan's been like, they're competition, but if we can work something out with whatever. So maybe it's like, hey, can we get the song? And maybe they work something out. Who knows?
Give us Bryan Danielson footage now.
wow, that's smart. Be a smart trade.
Yeah, I mean it would be. I think it'd be a great. I heard, man. I really wish the CFOs were back.
Yeah, man.
Banger. I still think that time. What a time. Black and gold CFOs. What a time. But yeah, I think her theme song is gonna be great. Dylan also says Sami Callihan is the NXT anonymous booking. Look, I mean,
is that a thing that's actually happening right now?
Oh, bro, it's
Yeah.
hilarious. It's hilarious. Yeah.
It's not like QTV though. It isn't the whole thing. It's just
No, it's just somebody with the camera that's just like always at the people getting beat up in the parking lot.
yo, Pingle, you alright?
He's stressed.
Is he walking to Bakersfield too?
I
He's
mean,
gonna
I
walk
guess
to
it's-
right.
I guess it's better than Marshall.
He gotta walk to
You
Bakersfield.
said, wait, did you say that it's QT Marshall? He
I
just
said
signed the
it's better
contract.
than. I said it's better than.
I like QTV.
You know,
because he's
you
not
like
winning.
QT?
Oh.
Yeah, come on.
He's not
man.
winning anything. It's not like he's a
like
champ.
He is a champ.
Boo.
In
He's a level-
AAA.
He's a level 1 jobber. Give him something to make you mad about him for. I'm down.
I don't know how you don't like Well, I mean,
Better than GTV.
GT.
All right. Let's I didn't eat dinner. So what
Dylan sent me this. That's my face over Isaiah.
Oh,
over
it's like where is that from? All right. Well, Flobo, thanks for joining us. This is a lot of fun.
You are never invited me back on your show. I
No,
Never.
You'll probably be back.
I'm gonna go rewatch this and cry the way you just talked. Just that's gonna be me.
Well, you know what? A lot of fun.
How could he?
Because
How could he
on
talk about
Draped
something
and Gold, I
like
got to do a certain character, but here I could be like, no, really, Becky is lame and stale. And catch you guys later.
Oh, what character is that you do on Draped and Gold?
Well, because
It doesn't matter what character you do on Draped and Gold. Got him.
Wow. You did that.
Got him.
I'm sorry, Flobo.
I've got him.
I'm getting courtside Clippers tickets. I swear to God, I'm getting you Clippers jerseys.
Whoa, just mailing them to your house.
Yeah, man. Gonna get a Make-A-Wish cameo. Hey, y'all. Who you think is Clippers fan?
Oh
Hey,
my
y'all.
God.
Hey y'all, what's not even Elton? Hey y'all, it's Elton Brand.
All right, Flobo. Thanks for joining us. Anything you want to plug?
I'm not sure anymore. No. Every Wednesday, Jack Farmer and I get together for Draped in Gold. It's First Take meets NXT Talk, live Eastern, 1 o'clock Eastern, on your favorite streaming platform. But other than that, chilling, man.
Wonderful. Flobo will see Neeson in Bakersfield. Well, maybe, I don't know. We'll talk about that after we get off the air.
I don't want no parts of his losing team energy. Okay,
Damn.
No
Okay.
parts.
Lakers and what?
Lakers in 6, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your team?
On the couch next to the Lakers.
When's the last time they won anything? I'm sorry. When?
They flopped too.
When's the last time they won anything? When? What?
Get out of here. What's that?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. How many times? 17. Oh yeah.
Most of them are artifacts, man. Come on.
You guys are in Boston. I'm sorry.
Most of those are just blown in the museum.
You guys are in Boston. Yeah, they do. You know why? Greatness belongs in the museum. That's
Oh
why.
my God. Okay.
Greatness.
Neeson is
Greatness.
Neeson, where can the people find you so you can continue this conversation?
Apparently in Bakersfield. Jesus.
In
Yeah,
Bakersfield, yeah.
Saturday, you can find me and Pingle in Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Flo, I mean, just come to Bakersfield with us. You know, we could probably go to a Chuck E. Cheese, maybe a Discovery Zone. You know, maybe
They still make those.
Yeah, maybe
Wow.
DC Discovery Zone. Maybe one of those. You know,
Some on the fence.
All right, you know, we can find Surge and drink that as well. So, find me Bakersfield with Pingo this Saturday, or you can find me on Stay Fly Life on everything. Make sure you follow my TikToks because I'm just building Legos, so spending way too much money. And yeah, that's about it for me. Oh, and video games. Yeah, again, trying to play video games with friends. It's been my goal for the last couple of months. So, guys, let's play video games. So you can find me on Twitch or gaming, whatever your gaming console is. Let me know. I pretty much got them.
I reinstalled Call of Duty.
Oh no.
Let's go.
I'm sorry.
I'm not happy about it, but the new season is coming out and it's all Spawn related, and I'm pretty hyped on that.
So how big is the download now? Like 300 gigs?
Well, I didn't download the campaign, so it was only like 78
only.
Yeah, that's why I put in PTO at work. Spider-Man comes out on the 19th.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You
all
can
day,
find
all day
me-
stream.
You can find me everywhere, JP Thrice. That's for sure. I've been doing some Twitch streaming, not a lot, but I'm gonna attempt, God willing, to stream EA Sports FC 24. I pre-ordered it. It will be my first soccer game. We'll see how it goes.
Sounds great.
Let's play.
I'm excited and nervous. Like, I've seen the community that comes with that, and if you don't know everything about everything, that's pretty much seems like to be the end.
That's like wrestling. You'll be fine.
That's true.
Yeah, it's just like Star Wars. Guys, watch Ahsoka tonight. You know, that's important.
There you
I
go.
may.
You
I
watch
probably
it.
will.
I got 4 weeks on my Disney Plus account. So.
The countdown begins.
Yeah.
You watch Ahsoka. Okay.
All right. So what it's that hashtag show.com, facebook.com/THS Wrestling News, Instagram.com/THS.wrestling,
Blind Billy.
twitch.tv/that hashtag show. And I forgot one, but that's okay. That's it. No, that hashtag show.com for everything trending in geek pop culture.
Just realized.
I'll see you guys later.
Just realized the one that was forgotten. Welcome back, Tegan.